Well, Yankee fans, it looks like we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for a chance at right fielder, outfielder Kyle Tucker. Before I get into the video, though, if you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We just hit 20,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. It means a lot. Now I guess we're on the road to 30,000. Let's get there. So the Chicago Cubs made a deal with the Houston Astros. Last year's first-round draft pick for the Cubs, Cam Smith, 14th overall pick, was traded to Houston. Hayden Wieseneski, former Yankee prospect, who the Yankees traded a couple of years ago to the Cubs for Scott Frost. He's on his way to Houston. And then Isaac Paredes, who the Astros, they coveted that guy last year at the deadline. Apparently, they finished in second place to get him, but they get Paredes. But it did cost them Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker would have been the perfect fit for the New York Yankees. The perfect replacement for Juan Soto. And I still think that dream is still in play, just not this offseason. Maybe towards the deadline if the Cubs are out of it and they haven't signed Tucker to an extension, which I doubt they even will. If they're out of it and you're the Yankees and you need a bat, great bat to add, and it might not cost you as much as it would have costed you this offseason. Reports came in that the Yankees were not thrilled with trading Luis Gil to Houston. So they weren't willing to give up Gil. Every other Yankee fan was. Jack Curry was even. On Hot Stove, he was like, if you have to trade Gil for Tucker, go and do that. Who cares? But it seems like the Yankees were not willing to put Gil in a trade for Kyle Tucker. So he ends up going to Chicago. As I said, though, I could see maybe at the deadline, the Yankees going out and trading for Tucker if the Cubs are out of it and they haven't signed him to an extension. And it wouldn't cost you as much as it would have costed you right now. That's just my opinion. The Yankees have been busy today. They acquired Devin Williams for Nestor Cortez and Caleb Durbin. Way to sell high on Caleb Durbin. I love it. Now, what did the Yankees do for the infield? People are thinking Peraza, Bibas. Okay, for 32nd base. All right, well, now people are saying Alex Bregman potentially. That the Yankees could go and get Bregman. We're also hearing more interest in Pete Alonso. If I'm the Yankees, you have to put the best team together that you can right now. But you're going to have a shot next offseason at Kyle Tucker when he's a free agent. You do not sign any player right now to a long-term deal knowing that Kyle Tucker is going to be a free agent. I'm hearing Santander's name. Pete Alonso, as I said, Alex Bregman, even Teoscar Hernandez. If I'm the Yankees, I wouldn't sign any of those guys. Any of them to a long-term deal if it's going to prohibit you from signing Kyle Tucker next offseason. Because I think the Yankees are going to go after him. He's a perfect fit in this lineup. Perfect fit. So please, if you're looking to add, and we need another bat. Desperately, we need to add to this lineup. And Kyle Tucker would have been one hell of a player to add. I just don't foresee. I don't want the Yankees to go and add and pay somebody if that means that they won't be in on Kyle Tucker next offseason. Now, you could still search the trade market. You could. And if you weren't going to trade Gil for Tucker, you're not trading Gil for anybody. There's not one player in this league I'm trading Luis Gil for outside of Kyle Tucker. Not one. Nobody. I don't care who it is. Not one. So the Yankees are holding on to Gil. Look at that rotation now. Max Fried included in that rotation. Cole, Luis Gil, Rodon, Clark Schmidt, Marcus Stroman. He's your sixth starter, probably long man in that bullpen if he's not moved this offseason. But where do the Yankees go from here? We're seeing a lot of Cody Bellinger. We know that the Cubs want Will Warren from the Yankees. That's fine. But how much money are you going to take on? How much money are the Cubs going to take of Cody Bellinger's contract? I think Cody is perfect for the Bronx. Perfect. But $27.5 million, right? Cubs, you have to take on a little bit of that money. You can't expect the Yankees to take that full load. And then I'm seeing Nico Horner's name thrown around. I would pump the brakes on that too. Nico Horner, really good defender, offensive player, didn't really have the best year last season. And he's going to cost you 11.5. So that's why for me, maybe that's an unpopular opinion. Let's pump the brakes on Nico Horner. Because you don't want to fill up this payroll on guys who are okay. They're fine. But if you want that big fish in Kyle Tucker next offseason, which you're going to have a chance at, maybe unpopular opinion too, I don't see the Mets going to get him. I don't. Maybe the Dodgers, but I don't see them. I don't see them having the kind of competition that they had for Soto this offseason. I don't. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. I don't think I am. So if signing Teoscar Hernandez is an option for you, okay, but please don't let that mean that now you're out on Kyle Tucker next offseason. And I'm sorry for the Yankees for wanting the Yankees to think about the future in that way. Like you waiting on a free agent, Joe? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Kyle Tucker's worth it. Kyle Tucker's worth it. So just make sure that you have that kind of money to go and offer him. And then if he's a Yankee after next in 2026, awesome. I'm happy about it. I'm thrilled. It's just not right now, unfortunately. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But right now I'm hearing Cody Bellinger, but the Cubs, in my opinion, have to take on some money. And I saw a report that they would take like $5 to $7 million. If I'm the Yankees, it's got to be more. You signed him to that contract. It's got to be more money. Maybe Christian Walker. That gets revived. Because with Christian Walker, apparently they were close to a deal. Then all of a sudden, Tucker became available, so the Walker talks died down. I think that, so is that a coincidence? I don't think so. So now I think the Walker stuff is going to pick up again. And he might be your first baseman. And that's on a 2 to 3 year deal. Fine with that. I've said it time and time again. Christian Walker, if they sign him to a 3 year deal, that's okay. Not a 4, at most a 3. We'll see what ends up happening, boys and girls. We'll see what ends up happening. But they need to address this lineup by adding a left-handed bat, by adding a power bat. Right now, you need an outfielder and a first baseman. And a third or second baseman. Wherever you put Jazz, whether that's third or second, you're going to need from the other spot. So you're going to, if you put Jazz at second, you're going to need a third baseman. We'll see what happens. It's like the Tucker pipe dream is just that, a pipe dream. It's gone. Now it's gone. It's dead. At least for now. What do we do? I don't want Nico. I don't want Nico Horner. I'm sorry. I don't.